when a grown man, a tough man, breaks down emotionally, it usually means a few things. It means that such man had gone through something very emotional that touched him, touched his heart. He's taken very close, something that he took very close. Close. Um, it also means that a real person, and he has emotions, he has feelings, and he has a nice soul, and he has a big heart. And if it happens during a live stream or on a video on YouTube, it sure does mean that that person has a big heart and definitely has that person has guts. How do I know? Well, been there, done that, repeated a few times. I know I broke down a few times during the streams, and a lot of you actually saw that happen live, but this stream is not about me. This stream today is inspired by a man named Pinball, who runs the channel Pinball Preparedness. I'm going to be talking about things that he inspired me and a little bit about him. Howdy, everyone. My name is Konstantin. Welcome to Inside Russia. Streaming live, usually giving you updates on what happens in Russia, news, important news, my takes, and what I find is important. There are so many things that happens in Russia these days that I have tons of information for you. Sometimes I feel bad for not doing 2 streams a day, one in the morning, one at night, because there are so many important things I am just full of, and I'm ready to give you the messages. I've started doing extra things such as shorts, and I do community posts, but still there's too much. Yet, today's stream is not about Russia, not about the news, recent news, and there are some right now. For example, Russia has been denying that, it bought or received military drones from Iran, and Iran just came out saying, hey, we were selling drones to Russia. Huge scandal, okay? Definitely worth talking about that. Or a new economic report coming from the very heart of the Russian government. Or new data on mobilization and new facts. Things like that I can talk about for hours, but not today. Today, I'd like to talk about the importance of community. And like I said, this stream is inspired by none other than Mr. Pinball of Pinball Preparedness. Just a few words about Pinball. Pinball is my godfather of YouTube. He's a person who, when I was stuck, I wasn't growing, he actually gave me a push and he gave me very good advices, okay? And I started growing. When I met Pinball, I was at 700 subscribers and he was at 7,000. Now, about 18 months later, he is at 91,000 people watching him regularly, and that's very well deserved because he's one of the people I enjoy watching the most on the entire YouTube. I used to participate in the live streams. Unfortunately, due to my hectic schedule, I can't do that anymore, but I watch quite a bit, and he's inspired me so many times, not just like right now, but before as well. He's a man of common sense. He's army vet, prepper, married born and raised in the United States, lives in Tennessee, married to a Russian lady, wonderful Russian lady from Moscow. And he's very close in his views to me. I feel like we're alike in many ways, you know. His videos are full, well, he talks about things and he bases his videos on logic and common sense. That's what I value the most, okay? If you have not seen him, if you're not familiar with pinball preparedness, I strongly recommend you go and watch his videos. I guarantee you watch one video, you're gonna get hooked. That's what happened to me. I watched one video, I said, wait a second, what about the other ones? And I watched another and another and another. And I'll tell you a secret, a little secret. My early channel, I modeled after pinball preparedness quite a bit. I started doing live streams because I enjoyed so much pinball doing the live streams. I did copy his model of doing live streams. I asked everyone to put comments and questions in caps. That's what he does. And then 5x5 also comes from pinball and things like that. So thank you, pinball. So go and check him out. I'll guarantee that you're going to like it. But now I'd like to talk about what he was talking about yesterday. He actually broke down emotionally in his stream. And I watched that on replay because, you know, unfortunately I can't do lives due to the schedule. And I relate so much. I relate to what I saw yesterday, how he was going through hard time, and he was talking about his community, thanking community, and you know, things like that. I relate because it's happened to me a few times, and there are two things that this community, you, inside Russia, regular watchers, the usual suspects, you know, the serial supporters and people who keep on coming back every day and just lurking behind. You saved my life and you saved my mind. And I'm going to tell you now how you did that. As you know, that a month ago, I fled Russia. I went from Russia to Uzbekistan. I stayed in Russia until the very last moment. Literally, before they were knocking on my door, I fled. I went straight to Tajikistan, then Uzbekistan, and this is where I am right now. The reason that I was able to do that is you, because I've been receiving second income from YouTube, from ad revenue, and from super chats, you know, from support that you provided. And I did not spend that frivolously, but rather saved. And I have saved an amount that helped me to buy the ticket and to pay $5,200 for that. It helped me to come to Tashkent to rent a very large apartment, a very expensive one, so I can help other families. So far, I had one guy came through Tashkent and two families I helped out. And, you know, this apartment is waiting for more people to arrive. So, but that's due to you. I've had the money because, you know, of my community. And I am out of job right now. That's a new status I have, just a few days. But again, I'm feeling very comfortable and I have some leeway. I have some time to find a new job because of the community support. That's how you saved my life, literally. Because if it's not for the second income from YouTube, I would be stuck in Russia. I would have been sent to with a gun in my hands to kill Ukrainians, which I would never do. I would rather go to jail, and Russian jail is not a good place to be. Okay, so but if I didn't have this money, I would still be there. And God only knows what would have happened to me. Now, you also have saved me emotionally quite a few times. You know, Pinball was talking in his yesterday's stream that on a couple occasions, he felt miserable during Thanksgivings because I guess he was alone. He didn't have support of, like, he wasn't surrounded by other people, warmth and love. And I've had fair share of situations like that. Thanksgivings, I was always, when I was single, I was always alone on Thanksgiving during when I lived in the United States. Only when I got married, then, I started celebrating Thanksgiving with the family. And I spent a few New Year's and Christmases here in Russia alone, and that's not a good place to be. Miserable. Sometimes there are times then, like, a man hits the rock bottom. And here in Russia, if a man has friends, this is what usually happens. The situation is so bad, for example, a divorce, pretty bad divorce, or one of the parents passes away, or close people passes away, things like that. Then what happens? And a friend takes a bottle of vodka and goes to see that man, and they meet, they start drinking, they don't speak. They just sit silently and they drink. That's what we do in Russia. And the person who is feeling very down, he knows that someone, his friend, showed up to support him. And he's there. Even without opening his mouth, he's there supporting. And this is how I have felt quite a few times. I have felt Russia is not a very comfortable place emotionally to be right now. Even though I am in Uzbekistan right now, physically, emotionally, in my mind, I'm still inside Russia. Because Russia is my motherland. I'm still living along with, all the people who are in Russia. I'm going through the events with them. And quite a few times, I felt completely down. I felt crushed, devastated. And a few times, it happened during live streams. I basically fell apart 4 times. The first time, the very first day when Russia attacked Ukraine, holy moly. Then soon after, when Russia was advancing more attacks, I spontaneously started praying because I had an urge and I didn't know what else to do. And then that prayer, one prayer, has turned into something much bigger. Then when the shopping mall was attacked and bombed, then recently when there was a huge, massive attack on Ukraine infrastructure in many cities just a month ago, 3 weeks ago, you just sit there and you don't know what to say. You don't know, you feel so crushed. You feel so much pain inside. This is not a very good place to be. But then you turn on the comments, or you check, not necessarily the comments, because every single time I did not turn the comments, but you check your email next morning, or you check your Telegram, you check your comments in YouTube, and all of a sudden you feel a huge wave of warmth, love, that is somehow is flown upon you, not even given, but surrounds you. And it's very therapeutic. It heals your soul. It heals your heart that bleeds. this is how community works. I don't know about the other ones, but this community inside Russia, and from what I understood from Pinball's stream yesterday, his community is absolutely the same way. Heck, many of you know Pinball, okay? And many of you came to my channel from Pinball Preparedness. And, our communities are quite close, quite similar, But I feel tremendous, absolutely tremendous support. It's physical. It's not just saying, it's a physical feeling. But there's one more thing that is even more important than receiving. That is giving. Receiving feels great. Receiving feels like you are surrounded by love. But when you start giving to your community, financial support, supporting others, or people reach out for advice and you go ahead and give the advice, people email you email back, or people simply feeling bad and venting and you say something nice to them, that's giving back. And that's when this is ultimate fulfillment, at least for me. And it has happened. I'm very lucky because this has happened here at the Inside Russia. There are so many people that I've gotten on to know personally. I speak to them. Some I saw faces because I spoke on video. Some I email to regularly. Some have touched me more, even without knowing me in person. But they emailed me with words that they touched me more than some people that I know in real life, The mods, they have been absolutely fantastic. Lorna, Mommy, Bob Bass, Harry, Amir, Black Ed, and we had some other mods in the past, and it's a blessing. It really is a blessing, My life is so much more full, so much more complete with this community. I feel that this is a very new thing for me because, obviously Inside Russia is a young channel and this community is also young, but this is mighty strong, mighty forceful, despite being young. And I feel tremendous importance. Besides what's happening in Russia right now, it feels like the entire world has gone crazy. Not just in Russia. Well, Russia is a tough place to live, trust me. But even outside of Russia. Fake news? Check. Disinformation? Check. Too much information in general? Check. Lies everywhere? Check. And kind of makes you head spin around and makes you losing it. The community for me has been like an anchor that keeps me in place and gives me weight to not let my head spin, if you know what I mean. People reaching out, I know it's real people out there. I know that they mean well. I know that they care. I know that they listen. I know that they come and comment. I know that they spend a little bit of their lives just to reach out and share, just to reach out and say. And this is fantastic. I can't say that this is the best community in the world. That's just words, that would be fake. But I definitely am saying that you are my community. Well, my community is really a selfish thing to say. I would say our community. We are our community, right? And you are absolutely awesome. I would like to say that I value every single one of you who come to my live streams, who spends time and watches me and gives me a chance to deliver a message, then comments, sends his wishes, sends his prayers and prays for me and for my family. I really cherish it. I respect it and I value it very, very much. I want to give back as much as I receive, and even more. You please let me know how I can do that. I'm very thankful to you and to God that we have all come here together to learn new things. You learn from me, and I learn from you a great deal, to converse, to have a good time, and to pray. Thank you so very much. I love you. I hope that we stay the same and grow. A little, a lot, I don't know, but I just hope that more and more people will be joining. It's not just me and you, it's us. I am so very glad to see you conversing with one another while I answer questions or read the comments. It's really like a balm for my heart. So again, this stream has been, and this not stream, but these thoughts have been inspired by Pinball from what I saw yesterday. And Pinball is, by the way, he's one of my mods. He doesn't show up often, but from time to time he gives his hand to help out the team. I would like to thank Pinball for inspiring. Thank you so much. And thank you all. I love you. I'm very glad that you're here, that you're here right now, and you're here in general. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Not a message today, kind of just emotionally sharing with you of what I have been feeling today. And, well, to me, it's important. So I hope you found it at least interesting. You know, this stream wasn't scripted. I feel it was rough on the edges. But that's what I really, think, what I really feel. Not even think, but it's more like a feeling. It's coming from the inside. I just have to take those feelings and put them in words somehow. Sometimes I do it okay. Sometimes I don't do it well enough. But I hope you understood what I'm standing on today. Mommy, Lorna, howdy, Angelica at Life, Sylvia, Santi, Chestery, Ryan. I'm not gonna say any more names. It's just you all are there and your usual suspects. Thank you so very much for coming. I really appreciate each one of you. Thank you for emojis. I see many hearts. That's, it's not just an icon of a heart. I really actually feel love coming to me somehow. You consider me crazy, I don't know, but I really do feel more than just a little tiny icon on my computer screen. I know that there are people all over the world that they care, they watch, and they send their love. And this is the most fantastic feeling. I don't know how people live without communities, without being a community, a part of a community, receiving and giving back. That's a tough life. Bob S. Blackett is here. Hang on 1 second. There you go. Fixed a little bit. Blackhead, how you doing, brother? We love you, Papa Bear. Thank you, Sandra. Thank you so much. Say hi to Rod from me. Hey, Mr. Pinball himself. Pinball, I'm so glad to see you. Howdy, howdy. I'm glad you read my email. That's how I felt. I felt even more emotional when I was watching you stream, trust me. I've come down since then. I totally relate to how you were feeling. And I really have a lot of respect to you that you did it during the live stream. Because you know what? I know. I've been there before, like I said. I repeated it a few times. Something breaks inside of you. It's like a threshold that gets filled. And you start losing control of your emotions. And your eyes get teary and you start losing ability to speak normally and straight and stuff like that. And then it's so tempting at that point to shut off that camera because you know what? You know that there are like thousands of people on the other side and there will be tens or perhaps hundreds of thousands of people watching afterwards. So you go, why am I doing this? This is like the weakest point of my life and everyone is there to see it. And you have a choice. You either shut it down or you don't. And it takes guts to not to. So Pinball, I know quite well. I relate so very much. So, and I'm really appreciate that you actually did not shut down your stream and kept on going. So thank you so much. Clark Williams. Hiya, Constantine. That was a wonderful conversation. I feel that same way. And this community was just amazing. Thank you. Thank you so much, Clark. You know what? So many of you, they have become much more than just like virtual friends. Like most of you, I have not met in real life, but you have become my real life, okay? I think you know who you are. I talk to you quite often through different mediums, through Instagram, through, comments here, through emails, through Telegram. So thank you so very much. There's a super chat from Agnes. Thank you for being you, Constantine. Glad to be here with you. Thank you so much, Agnes. I really appreciate you showing up every day, giving your opinions, giving me feedback and supporting. Thank you so very much. Frank in Texas has given a gift to 10 people. Sponsorship. Thank you, Frank. Frank's been there since, I don't remember how long, I don't know, couple years. One of the very earliest usual suspects, along with Dirk, Golden Griffon, Lorna, Mommy, Pinball. Thanks for showing us Real Russia, says Dirk. Well, my pleasure. Thank you. Thank you for watching Real Russia, Brian Woods, the best from the heart messages are unscripted. Yes, Brian, they are. And they're usually not very well given. I feel like this been kind of a rough message. So now we can say Constantine looks good in shorts. That will get you more followers. Thank you, Chrissy. Thank you. I thought you meant in shorts, like short pants. Jeffrey, yes, thank you for letting me know. Our clocks moved back an hour in the day US daylight savings. Jeffrey, I cannot physically move 1 hour forward to stream from 2 to 3 because that'd be absolutely insane, even worse than now right now. So I'm just, this is the new time. We'll see how it goes for a couple weeks. We discussed with mods quite some time. Just area, you should be very happy with the love this community shows. That's what I've been saying all along this evening. I am very thankful. I am very happy. I thank you and I thank God for this. Beautiful thoughts. Likewise. Thank you, Faith. Thank you so much. Let's share a tea. Howdy, Constantine. Michael Schultz. This is to you. Twining's English breakfast at midnight in Uzbekistan. Nice, huh? Black Cat has a wrench. If he types something, he should have a wrench. I don't know. Black Cat, you there? Can you type something? There you go. Angelic at Life sending hearts. Thank you so much. Koshkin Dom. Thank you. Pinball, please forgive me for not coming to the lives, but I go to bed and I'd have to wake up like hour and a half right after to be on your live stream, and it's just physically very difficult. Okay, so I wake up around, I fall asleep around between 3 and 4, and then you go on live around like 5 a.m. So in my time, so that's crazy. But I watch afterwards. Lori, hello from New York State. I'm silent watcher of your live streams, but always watching. You have a kind soul, Constantine. Thank you for all you do. Love your channel. Lori, thank you so much. And you know what? Again, you might think I'm crazy, okay? But it shows. It definitely shows that there are so many people. It's not just numbers, but this is some kind of like a physical connection, emotional connection. I don't know, but I feel that so many people out there, and I feel they care. I feel they send comfort. They send love. Even though you, like many of you, just lurking out there watching, not commenting, it still shows. It still feels. It's still you're still present. Okay, hard to explain in words. It's more of a feeling departure, But I definitely feel you. Thank you so very much. Robert, everyone is wonderful, even Nightbot. Well, Nightbot is wonderful, but it's very tough, nasty. It says, Constantine, time up. Time up. I said time up, Um, love and loves before all. Thank you, Rudy. Sophie, hello, Constantine, hello, dear mods. Howdy, howdy. Frank, Pamela J. God is love. Love is giving, serving, helping, sharing. Wonderful words. Thank you. Brian says pinball in the house. I'm a little behind, you know. Yodi Racer sends a super chat. Are you able to access your Patreon money? Yes, I am able to access. Natasha said that she can't. Well, I can't give you the personal details due to some reasons, trust me, but directly I cannot access, but through some connections I can, you know. We're in Russia. We how to say that? We invent band-aids for everything. To send money from here to Russia, you cannot send it straight. You have to invent a band-aid, meaning you give money to someone in that country has like direct access to Russian banking system, and then someone that you sent money to that country sends money to Russia, and then, you know, it's like this. It's not a straight line anymore. Angelic at Life, hugs to you and the best mods on YouTube. You know what? They are the best mods on YouTube. They are. Love from coast of South Carolina. Thank you so much. D's Crafts. Brulianer. I know who you are. I hope everyone's having a blessed Sunday. Well, I certainly am having a blessed Sunday. Isabel, it feels like the world community place where everyone supports everyone, our hope, peace with one another. You know what? Another thing I love about this, about you, about this community is that it's international. It's people from different places, from Australia, New Zealand, South Africa, you know, African countries even were present here. South America, Peru, Mexico, the USA, Canada, UK, all over Europe, you know, Italy, France, Spain. Some people from Russia, from Eastern Europe, from Poland, from the Baltic states, Czech Republic, Slovakia. Just amazing. You know, it's really, really cool. Coast as angels. Just there, you nailed it again. I was thinking the same things. Thank you, my friend. It means that we're very much alike in our thinking. Amra Makers, thank you so very much. Thank you, appreciate it. Mirjam, are you able to help Ukrainians also? Trust me, I've been helping Ukrainians. Yes. One day I will be able to tell everything. I have worked for Ukrainian company for the last 20 years. Soren, thank you so much for your support. There's no message, but this message is pretty powerful enough. Jorg Asmussen, thank you also very much with no message, but this is message in itself. Thank you. Grace Philosophy, this was a fantastic, lovely message. I love this community too. I'm praying for you and your precious family. Grace, trust me, I will never forget you for what you've done. That just stays in here forever. Thank you so much. And actually here too. Thank you so very much. Elsha, you are also very, very usual suspect, you know. It's a great pleasure to read your comments always. If you want to do something for this community, let a spark of happiness into your heart. Oh, that's the hardest thing. Love from the Netherlands. You know, I'm being completely honest with you, always and now. Sometimes it is very hard. Sometimes it's so hard to be happy. Most of you, well, some of you, remember me before February 24th. Wasn't I happy? Wasn't I a happy father, a happy husband, happy son, happy citizen of Russia? I was happy and I was taking you to show my happiness. I was taking you to the places I liked very much. I enjoyed being there. And I think it showed. But after 24th of February, let me tell you, sometimes you just sit there and this is where I sit all the time. It's not just a place where I stream. This is my work table here in Uzbekistan and probably for quite some time. And I sit here and then it feels like I read the news and it feels like there's a huge weight on my shoulders. Boom, boom. And it's crushing me. And emotions you just sit there and you want to start crying. Some things are so bad that Russia does to Ukraine. And it's really hard to be happy. I try so very hard. I hang on to little things, to my son in Moscow, to my son in Maine, to my girls, to my mom well, they're all over the place now. I can't really say Moscow or Maine because it's like boiling back and forth, But my wife, my girls, my boy, my mom, my family, you, the community. I try to hang on to these things, but it's really, really hard. I hope it'll pass. I hope one day sun will shine again onto all of us, onto the Ukrainians, the Russians. And you know what, Elsha, I'm not alone in this situation. Like I said a few times, I go out for every morning for breakfast. I invite people. There are 29 people in the club that I've created, the morning breakfast club. And most of them feel the same way I do. Most of them have hard time finding happiness in their lives. We fight for our lives here in Tashkent. We fight for a future. We fight for a country. And simply there's not much space for love and happiness. Well, there's lots of love, lots of space for love, but for happiness, because you just keep on feeling completely down all the time. So I hope I haven't disappointed you much, but it's really hard. I'm trying. Thank you. Judith Moody, thank you so much. Thank you. Appreciate it. Lori Ham, enjoy your blessed Sunday. Thank you, Lori. I appreciate the support. And Dieter from Munich, thank you so much, Dieter. No message, but this is a message in itself. Hello from California, brother. Marvin English. Howdy, howdy. We're a virtual family. Yes, you have become a virtual family. Yes, you have. Lionel Slade. Oh man, I missed the message. Gotta get used to 1 hour change time. 8 p.m. in UK now. We'll watch later. I'm all confused with this time. Hello from Slovakia. Juraj. Is it right? Am I pronouncing it right, Juraj? Hello from Slovakia, supporting wise people, people with pure heart. Don't lose hope and stay strong. Question: how many Russians are against this war? Are there any less supportive now? The support is diminishing in Russia. I cannot tell you how many, like, what is the percentage now, but less and less support. Here in Tashkent, you will find no one who supports this. No one. It's soothing to be here among them in Tashkent. Okay, because we're all like-minded people. We all have one opinion. So many wise and smart people. I feel it's therapeutic to be among them. I invite them for breakfast. They show up. We converse, and it's like, wow, I actually enjoy talking to people again. You know, one of the reasons that I invite everyone. Not all, but one of the reasons. Jeffrey, the Vikings are losing to the Washington Comrades. Commodores. What's a Commodore? I'm sorry. There's not much I can do in that department. Ray, you are happy with your life in Russia? Miss, you are after the school romps with Michael. Unfortunately, government was plotting the takeover. Yep, they were. Ray, you were there before. I remember you quite well. Well, I don't remember you quite well. I remember your being there quite well. You know, it's tragic. It's just tragic. Niksha, you are stone, but you don't know. Thank you for your support from Croatia, I believe. You're stone. I'm not stone, trust me. I'm not stone. I'm far from stone. This stone sometimes breaks down, and it happens right in front of everyone. Leone Rose, howdy Constantine, finally live stream. I'm glad you made it. Thank you so much. Live. Leland, good evening. I'm a bit late, but I wrote comments on your short video. Thank you. I haven't checked them. Short video comes out every day now. No matter what, I will be making a stream and a short video. Because it's also a good medium to deliver a message, and I have to think real hard to pack it into 60 seconds, you know. Instead of like, well, not instead, but to accommodate 30-minute message, just 60-second message. Nicholas Thompson is also one of the very dear people to me from Cape Cod. Rhesus, I think this may be the place I talk the most. I feel there are a lot of like-minded people here, and it's a nice feeling. Isn't it? Isn't it a nice feeling? Huh? You also feel this, right? It's like, it's really hard to explain in words, but feelings are right there. It's a nice feeling, yes. Very, very warm. What's behind the door, says Michael Schultz. Well, I showed a little tour of my apartment. There's a large entry hall behind that door, and it's a quite large apartment. Jorg Asmussen, thank you so much for the breakfast club. Thank you, thank you, thank you. This morning there were 9 people. I took picture. I never take picture of people's faces, but I take picture of the tables. And then you can see 9 people there. And I sent. No, actually, I did take pictures. I did take pictures of people's faces. They didn't mind today. And there was a famous YouTuber that you probably know. Not Pinball. He's not Uzbekistan. Another guy you might know quite well. He's a member of a Breakfast Club, one of the founding members, so to speak. I think he's visited like most times with me because we just started hanging out together. And then he didn't wear socks, and Lorna said, "Where are his socks?" It's a fashionable thing not to wear socks, or to wear socks they don't show up, as like they're like very very low cut, that type of thing. So anyway, there were 9 people. We had a fantastic time. I started shooting the movie at 8:45. That was like a pre-production. We're trying to set up lighting and things like that, and then I ended up being at that place for 4.5 hours. So we left in the afternoon. I ate twice there. That's like breakfast and brunch. It was porridge first at around 9 a.m. And then around 12:30 was a burger. I didn't like the burger there, but breakfast is great. English breakfast, American breakfast. They even have Bavarian breakfast with Bavarian sausages. But whatever they do after they're done with breakfast is not really great food, you know. SF Joe, howdy howdy. Any chance you can set up an amazing Usual Suspects sweet t-shirt for us to buy? Yes, I will. I've been thinking of doing it for quite a long time, and it's been not the biggest priority for me, but now I have more time, so I will definitely do that. Thank you so very much for reminding me. Duke of Earl, thank you. Your channel gives me faith in humanity. And you know what? To return, you give me faith in humanity. All of you who show up here, who comment, who shows me that, how to say that right, shows me that there are real people on the other side with real opinions, with real emotions, with real love, real prayers. You know, that's so good to know. Kindness and decency span all cultures. Enjoying Twinings Earl Grey with the stream. Hey, this is Twinings, pretty close, English breakfast. There you go. This is to you. It's good. It's pretty strong. Will not let me fall asleep right after the stream, but that's okay. Jamie Bed, thank you so very much. The usual support, the serial supporter, the usual suspect. Your channel has helped me to understand what my fiancé is going through in Russia, and the perspective there is so big. Thank you to you and the mods. Thank you so very much. Yes. Nothing to say, you know. Our lives have definitely been changed since February. Against our will. Luke, howdy howdy. One day it would be great to listen to you deliver a talk in person. Thank you and the mods for doing this each day. Thank you very much for supporting. Thanks for coming back here every day, being here every day, and then your support is definitely felt and welcomed. I would love one day to see in person. Team Vanderloo, hey Constantine, thank you for being a great human being. Keep being yourself. Thanks for your always honest opinions and your insights into Russia. Thank you, Tim. Thank you so much. Thank you for your support, and thanks for being the usual suspect. Yes, you gotta rest regularly. Sophie, you know what I usually say? I will rest in the wooden Macintosh. You know, will be plenty of time there. Thank you, Ryan. Clark, who has yellow shorts? Well, I do. I do. Sometimes I wear them. I'm Russian, you know. Can you do? I'm a Russian in Tashkent. A friend of mine, the Uzbek who's my closest friend in life, not just in Uzbekistan. I rented an apartment like 5-minute walk from this guy. So he calls me up and he says, "You're Russian. Get down there." I said, "Why?" Yes, let's take a walk. It's Sunday night, you know, we take a walk before the stream. He calls me the Russian, I call him the Uzbek. So I get down and I realize that it rained, like a very small shower. And then I come and my friend is waiting for me with an umbrella and he wearing an overcoat. And I'm wearing a very light sweatshirt. You know, when I come to him and I say, "Hey, you know what the difference between an Uzbek and a Russian in Tashkent in November?" And it's really nice out there. It's probably like 66, 67 degrees Fahrenheit, like 18 Celsius. Very, very warm just after the rain, you know. And he goes, "What's the difference? How can you tell the difference between Uzbek and Russian?" I said, "Well, in November, in Tashkent, an Uzbek wears a coat, a very heavy and warm coat, just like you. And a Russian wears shorts, yellow shorts, and a t-shirt. And that's November." You know, and he starts laughing. So I do have yellow shorts. Inside Russia, Peter, I hope there will be more Ukrainians and Russians in this community. Ukrainians, you know, probably at this point welcome the most in this community. From time to time, Ukrainian people show up and they leave comments, and some of them thank. And every time I hear thank you from Ukrainian, it just really touches my heart. I can't even describe how much, you know. I've met a few Ukrainians here in Tashkent. Friendly. I meet one Ukrainian guy I've known for years on a daily basis, you know. I was here in April and I met him, and I met him, and there was a French company, and we had a meeting, and the French were discussing how they were going to start rebuilding Ukrainian infrastructure after this is over. And there was a Ukrainian guy sitting there, and there was me from Russia. And you know what? I almost broke down on that meeting. I really felt very uneasy. I felt so ashamed that these people were discussing how they're going to rebuild Ukraine after my country is finished to do what it's doing to Ukraine. So then I was freaking out. I reached out this guy, Ukrainian guy, and I said, "Listen, I'm so very sorry. I mean, I can't explain how sorry I am." And he goes, "Why are you asking? Why are you being sorry? Why are you telling it to me?" I'm like, "Well, because I feel like it." He goes, "Well, I watch your streams every day, and then, you know, we watch in Ukraine and Kharkov your streams every day, and like, you don't have to be sorry." And it was such a relief. I was like, you know, it was a turning point for me, kind of. So yes, I really hope that Ukrainians are here more and more. I don't want to make the stream a very long one. Let me just hit a few questions. And Mama G, sponsor for 2 months. Thank you for sending me a heart. Thank you so much. Sending love to you from Uzbekistan. On Sundays, your stream lines up with NFL games, so viewership seems to be a bit lower, says Wild Wolfpack. Please let me know, should I bump it up or down? This is something I don't really understand, like what when do the games happen? A+ Russian, howdy. Nightbot hasn't said anything about time. Hi, Bob. Oh, there you go. Nightbot hasn't, but Bob has. Check time. Checking. World Tour 2023. Lionel, thank you so much. Wow. The World Tour started on September 27th. Let me tell you, it was quite a beginning. That was a very, very beginning in a rush. And I think many people started their world tours along with me. So far, it's been Tajikistan, Uzbekistan, and then there will be Georgia very soon. World Tour 2023. Yeah, thank you so much. Oh, that's funny. Greg Lewis, thank you for $2, £2. Thank you so much. Sean, thanks for the huge support. Thank you. This is one of your diamonds, your ability to create a community just by being you. Big hugs, my friend. Thank you so much, Sean. Thank you. No words. Thank you very much. Appreciated. Mick, thank you so much. Wonder if you could do a TED Talk. Who am I to do a TED Talk? TED Talk is for like smart people who did something grand, you know what I mean? Who am I to do that? After the book documentary is out, I've kind of taken quite a lot of responsibility and put it on my shoulders by announcing that I'm doing the book and the movie. Let's wait and see how the book and the movie come out first. I guarantee you that I will finish them. I've never written a book, so I don't know how it's gonna come out, whether it's gonna be readable or not. And the movie, well, I know how to make a video. I've made over 500 videos so far. But the short movie is not a video. It's different. So at least, at the worst case, it's going to be another video, okay, that I can put on YouTube. But I'm trying to make it something bigger, something better, something more refined, It's taken a long time, but I've started doing it. So the day one was today. So, I started shooting it. I started doing it before. Script and scenes and thinking it over and stuff like that. But now today was the first day of filming. So hopefully, once it's out, I'm going to give it to you so you read and watch, and then you give me your feedback. Say whether you like it or not, because there's a possibility that you're going to say, well, Carson, it's not your, you shouldn't have even bothered. You shouldn't have wasted time, that type of thing. So let's wait and see. Once it's out. Devin33, thank you so very much. Thank you. A fly. Holy moly. Where did that come from? A fruit fly. The heck? Hello from Las Vegas, Karen. God meant for us to lean on not only Him, but other people, family, friends, and people all over the world, in good times and bad. And I thank you for bringing us together. Thank you so much. Thank you. Very, very touching words. Very heartwarming. Okay. My friends, I gotta wrap it up. A work week is coming up. It's been really good stream, you know. Very strange, but good. Again, please go and check out Pinball Preparedness, Pinball's channel. Fantastic stuff. He does incredible videos. Killer mosquito. Attack fly. Yeah, sent by the Russians. Let's pray. I want to make it a little different prayer. My friends, dear viewers, supporters, subscribers, dear community, please join me in prayer. I'd like to pray for you and about you. So let's do it. Dear God, thank you so much for giving us this wonderful Sunday in this week. Thank you. Please keep our children safe and healthy. Please give us wisdom so we will raise our children in the way that when they grow up, they will make this place a better world and will never fight with one another. Thank you for giving us food to our tables, roofs over our heads. Thank you for surrounding us with the loved people, loved ones, and people who love us and who we love. Please help stop the bloodshed in Ukraine. Reach out and touch people in the way that you know, make them stop the bloodshed, because it's got to stop. Please help everyone who's been affected in Ukraine in the way that you know how to help, so their souls are healed even just a little bit. They get more calmness, more forgiveness in their lives, more love and more happiness. Please do that. Send everyone in Ukraine an angel to keep everyone's out of harm's way, so not one single drop of blood is shed anymore. Please help my country. Send an army of strong angels with sharp swords, led by Saint Michael, to defeat the demons who have hijacked my country. Make the angels run it. Make the angels make it righteous again. I would like to thank you for bringing us who are watching me praying right now into the community, into the family, virtual family, into this group of like-minded people. Thank you for bringing us from different parts of the world. Thank you for bringing us in this certain time and in this certain place. Thank you for giving us an opportunity to converse with one another, to get to know one another, to become friends with one another. Thank you for giving us the opportunity to pray together like we're doing right now. And please help everyone who is praying or simply watching us pray. There is a lot of love coming to me from people in the streams, and I am very grateful and thankful to you, Father. This kind of love I have not felt before this channel and before this community was born. This love is much appreciated and very welcome. And I would like to ask you to give me opportunities to give back to people as much and even more than I receive from them. I would like to ask you to help me to give back financially, to give back in form of advices, in form of information, in form of sending my love to people, in form of praying for them, and changing their lives to the better. Please help me succeed at that. Please help everyone who is praying right now answer their prayers and make their wishes come true. There are quite a few people who reached out and asked me to ask to be put on the list to ask for help. These people need help, and I am asking you to, we're all asking you to help them. I will say their names now. They are Rafaela From, her daughter Anna, Priscilla, Michelin, King Gero, Gaby Hyman, Martin, Joanne, Donald, Allison Dave Moyers, Liz, Deborah, Isabel DeGaw, Janice Burgess, Maureen M. and her sister, Carol Reed, Golden Griffon, Terry Carter, Terry Scrugg, Bruce, Kayleen, Michael, Thomas, Tony, Bob, Jessica, Mike, Sandra, and her husband Rod, Mr. Hanson, Hedy Howitz, Robert Morgan's sister, Robert Morgan, Jacob, Omel, Jennifer, Bruce, Andrea, Rob, Ashley and family, Angelic at Life, Florian G, Casmision, Matt, Mr. Dean Spooner and his church called Our Savior Lutheran Church, Barry Reading's sister and Leslie Fleming, Lisa Cumbrian, Adam Oliver, Ant UK, Ian, Helena, Natasha, Jake, Michael, Oля, Dasha, Sky, Bonnie, Galina and Igor, Buzz, Paula, Janine, Michael Milkowitz, Susan S., Marlene, Fiona, Madeline, Stephen, Ellen, Freddie, Sabrina, Felicia, Paul Binz, Bridget's father, Rudy Kaisley, Richard, Mallory M., Dirk Misler and his father, James Rhodes, Jess Terry, Brittany S., Lars Henrik, wait for it, Leanne Hankins, Reese Gray, Bridget Apley, Hannah and her children, May Scott Nesbitt, sister, rest in peace. Please help our friend Mike, you know who he is. Cindy, Richard Burris, Ace, User Common Sense, Scan Family's Grandson, Grace, Barb, Randolph, Vladimir Istomin, The Highwayman. Please help him to regain his faith. SC2216 and Dota Lori. Harry's son, Harry, who is fighting CV19. China Bill, Brian McManus, Valinda Allen's niece, fighting addiction. Doug, and his brother Steve. I would also like to ask for Pinball to give him strength. And there are a few special children I would like to ask specifically for about. They are Candice, Maverick, Sebastian, and Coulter. They need your help. They need you to show your miracles to them, and their families also need your help. And their families probably need your help more than even the kids, because they love their children and they just want them back and healthy. Thank you so much, dear Father, Jesus Christ. Amen. My friends, thank you so very much for being here. Thank you. I will see you tomorrow with a new message. That's going to be about Russia and the situation in Russia. Thank you so very much. You are awesome and you rock. And Carthago delenda est.